Good morning. How are we? I hope everyone slept amazing. Happy Sunday, happy beginning of the weekend. This is a super exciting video because I feel like it's been a long time in the coming. I don't know why I haven't done it sooner. Probably because I was waiting to be in a beautiful bathroom because I have to film in a pretty bathroom. It's just what I have to do. So I am finally giving you guys my full broken down morning and nighttime skincare routine. So I literally just hopped out right out of the shower. Shout out these really cute, I guess it's like a pajama or just hangout set. It's from my Mum Made It, super cute. And then this is just like a plain headband while I figure out what to do with my hair. But that has nothing to do with this video, so let's just get straight into my morning skincare. Hydration. So a couple weeks ago, I got a package from Medicube. If you don't know what Medicube is, it's a Korean skincare brand that pretty much went viral on TikTok. My friend Tati Lafata always posts about like just glass skin and Korean skincare, and I mean, her skin is a testament to that. So I have started using these morning peel pads. There are some other ones that I don't know if Medicube makes them or another brand, but they're equally as famous. So the peel pads are in here, and basically they're kind of just like toner pads. So like once your skin is all clean, you go ahead, grab one and just put it everywhere. And the ones, you guys probably know which ones I'm talking about. They like come in different colors, and I think you just let them sit on your skin, but they have different ones that are meant for different things or like different concerns. So there's like a brightening one, a hydration one, but they have a couple. Again, I don't know if those are Medicube or not, but they're Korean skincare pads. So I'll just do this for about like, I don't know, 30 seconds, just going over everything, making sure I get underneath my jaw. And I have noticed that I feel like my skin and my pores just look a little bit tighter. It's also interesting because like in the morning when you do it, you'll see if there's like any leftover gunk and residue. These are just a great way to start off with a clean face. I don't really wash my face in the morning. I'll just do a light little water spritz, or if I just hop in the shower, then that. But because I have like dry-ish combo skin, I never want to dry it out too much and overwash my face. So once that's done, I put everything back and just let everything sit for a second. One thing about skincare that I found is that you just, in between each step, you just want your skin to just take a second. You don't want to overwhelm it too much. So I'm gonna drink some more water as I wait for this to dry. So next I'm going in with the Rhode glazing milk. I know a lot of people don't like it. They have a lot to say, but I honestly really like it. I've said it once and I'll say it again and I'll say it a million times. When you use all of the Rhode products together, your skin will look so insane. I have all the products with me. It's not in my current routine, but like before makeup prep sometimes I'll do it, and I always feel like I love the end result. You just see it looks like it's visibly plumper. It also smells really good. I guess while I wait for this to soak in, I'll just tell you a little bit more about like my skin and my skin journey, because I feel like that's important when I'm going over my skincare routine. So when I was younger in like middle school, I feel like I've never suffered from pimples necessarily, but I always had like blackheads, comedones, like closed comedones, open comedones, which are basically like blackheads, whiteheads, and just things that resided underneath the skin. So I have always been a huge advocate and proponent of dermatologists and estheticians. You can try to solve a lot of things like on your own, homeopathically, whatever your choice is, but dermatologists are there for a reason. I love my derm. Just working together and like building a good relationship, I feel like I can go to her with like any of my skin concerns and like they always get resolved. So in middle school I had all of that, and I've like done everything. Like Proactive when that was a thing, spirulactin. So I did everything, and then when I was in college, I started tretinoin because I went to New Orleans, and the way my skin broke out over my forehead of like all these closed comedones, or like these just like things that were underneath the skin, and I was like, what is going on? So then I started tretinoin, and that was really good. So it's a retinol, and retinols are vitamin A derivatives, which basically just like speed over your skin cell turnover rate, giving you like newer, fresher baby skin. Tretinoin is also something that you should like get on earlier because it like helps prevent wrinkles and a ton of things, because you're constantly just producing baby soft skin. But with that, you have to wear your sunscreen and be very careful because your skin is so fresh that you could like easily damage it. I'll continue in 1 second. We're going into the next step. So vitamin C, imperative. I think it's just essential to brightening up your skin. This is the new one that I've been using. It's from Caudalie, their Vino Perfect. It's made from grapes because Caudalie, everything is just made from grapes and made from the vineyard. And I actually use this with my NuFace. So I do it side by side. I'm just gonna put it on, grab my NuFace. I have the NuFace Trinity, put it on the strongest setting, and then I just go ahead. I use this instead of the gel because, I don't know, I feel like the gel was kind of like a waste of money, and this saves me time. Because I already am taking time in my skincare routine, I don't wanna have to do 2 extra steps, wash my face to get the gel off. It's just, it's a lot. So this is my nifty little hack to a 2+1. But I think with Vino Perfect also, if I'm remembering correctly, you can apply it during the morning or night. I just choose to do it in the morning. You can probably hear the clicking, but you basically just shift this every single time it clicks. I have definitely noticed a difference with my NuFace. Interestingly enough, I feel like my face has always been like lopsided, and it's something that, I don't know, maybe you can see it, but I've been super insecure about. And oddly enough, I feel like after using the NuFace, it's helped kind of like even it out, which makes sense because this activates like your face muscles, which you don't normally use. So I definitely loved it. I think this one is just stronger than the mini one, even though technically apparently they have the exact same amount of power. I don't really know. Just in my mind, that's what I tell myself. So I'll do this. I probably run it over like 5-6 times, and I'll be like doing things around my apartment or wherever I am to kind of like kill time because I get bored. Okay, so I finished one side, and while I do the other side, I'll show you the exact placements that I use my NuFace on. My hands are still a little bit slippery from the toner. So I turn it on. The first one is just along my jawline. Then you go up like underneath your cheekbone. And then you're gonna go right underneath your eye at like the top of your cheekbone. So you just keep doing that over and over again. And this NuFace Trinity, the difference is that it comes with a ton of different, you can change the head, like it has a red light one, it has this like other smaller tool that's like targeted for your eyebrows. But I will say this is like a great, if you're watching TV or just doing something, literally just sit and do it, and like you're multitasking. You forget how quickly time goes by. Okay, where was I in my skincare journey? Okay, so then tretinoin, that really fixed my skin. And then just before the pandemic hit, literally, I was so stupid and just should have listened to my gut. But I was in New Orleans, my skin was kind of freaking out, and my esthetician back home, she was the queen of my life. Literally every time I got my skin cleaned out by her, I'm gonna say cleaned out because she literally would like pop everything. It was not a luxurious facial, it was a let's get all of this gunk out of your face. But I was like, oh, I'm going home in a couple days, I can just like wait. But then I grew impatient, so I booked a facial in New Orleans. That facial in New Orleans was the reason why I had to go on Accutane. It made my skin break out in ways that had never happened before. Like I had pimples. When I left out of COVID, I was just so insecure about my skin because again, all of the scarring from like me popping pimples and just pimples in general. So I went on Accutane, and let me just say, I'm not a doctor, but I think Accutane is one of the greatest gifts that science has ever given us. And I want to say, like, a ton of people are super scared to go on Accutane, which I get. It is very harsh on your body, and like just getting into it, you have to have 2 forms of birth control, you have to get your blood drawn every month. Like, it's a commitment that if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. But I will say, if you're anxious about it, don't be, because the way that I view it is that it's very much like birth control now, where back in the day birth control was either you only have 2 options. With Accutane, there are so many different dosages, so based on just how bad your skin is, you really can customize it and like go on a super low dosage, and you have to be on it for 6 months just because it takes a couple months for your body to like start ingesting it and everything, because again, you're implementing small little doses of it. I didn't start noticing like a difference until 2-3 months in, and again, I started really small, and then every month when you do your check-in with your dermatologist, like you gauge how you're doing, and everyone's symptoms are very different. When I did it in New Orleans is a very humid place, so I didn't have any bad symptoms. Like, funny enough, everyone just kept asking me if I had gotten lip filler because I guess I was just constantly applying Aquaphor, that it made my lips look very plush. I don't know, so that's a perk. But it also shrinks your nose, which is like super fun. Like, it's not a free nose job, but it's a discounted nose job. And yeah, so I went it for 6 months, and it changed my life. The only downside, I guess, is now my skin is drier, but you know, I just put on thicker creams and everything's fine. Great decision that I made, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. So if you're interested in Accutane, honestly just talk to your dermatologist. Like, they can answer all of your questions and there's nothing to be afraid of. So once we have done that, face should be looking a little bit more alive and snatched. We're gonna go in with some moisturizer. During the morning, I use a lighter moisturizer, so I'm just going in with the Rhode Barrier Cream. This is great for under makeup. It's just the right thickness. Like, it's not too thick, but my skin still is left feeling hydrated and moisturized. Oh, this is probably something that I neglect doing that I'm trying to get better at, and I should have done it just now, is when you do your products, bring it down to your neck, especially your serum. You probably saw me doing my hands too, just with the leftover product. You don't need to like go in with a ton extra, but just whatever's left over, because your neck and your hands are the first thing to age. So if you follow me on TikTok, then I've talked about how I kind of had perioral dermatitis flare-ups. When I was in Paris, I got this Cicaplast Balm B5. So whenever I feel like my skin is having just super dry or just needs like some extreme TLC, I'll go in with a little bit of this, and it's really helped. So it's obviously summer. A lot of us are outside, tanning, all of the things. Even if you are inside, this is a great time to just put on your sunscreen so you don't forget later. I am notoriously bad at doing that, so now I'm just like, let me put it on at the end of my skincare routine so that I do not forget. And depending on what I'm doing, these are the two sunscreens that I currently am obsessed with. If I know that I'm putting on makeup, then I'll use the Dream Beam because it's got this like golden bronze tint kind of. So you can use it as like a base highlighter primer, and then it's also a sunscreen. And I feel like it is so good at like muting out the redness in my skin. And then if I'm just hanging out, like no makeup, chilling, running errands, I recently have been using this. It's the Summer Fridays one. I'm so obsessed. It is SPF 30 and this one is SPF 40, but it's a mineral sunscreen. I just shake it a little bit and I just love the way it goes on, like a little bit, and when you blend it in, it's so seamless and so light. Honestly, Summer Fridays, you deserve, like, look at that. There was literally no white cast at any point. It also is good under makeup, but that's my new product that I like found this summer that I cannot go a day without. Like, I enjoy putting on sunscreen because of that, if that makes sense. I feel like the last thing is just lip gloss or hydrating your lips. I am a Summer Fridays lip butter balm stan. I just love it. It literally makes my lips so juicy and so glowy in this vanilla flavor. Yum. So that is my full morning summer skincare routine. Obviously, once the fall and the winter come, my routine is going to change a little bit. And if you guys like this video, then I can do another one when that routine kind of changes. But yeah, it's super easy, quick. Maybe takes me like 10 minutes. I also feel like my morning skincare time just in the bathroom is I like leave my phone and I just do my skincare. It's like my first time during the day when I kind of just like do something for me. It really is my self-care. So I am going to head off. I've got some things to do, but then I will be back later to show you guys my full nighttime skincare routine. So I'll see you in a little. Welcome back to the bathroom. It is time to take off my makeup and get ready for bed. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do as my nighttime skincare routine. I also just made a cup of peppermint tea, really wind down, and just elevating this experience with you guys. So pause this video, go get yourself a cup of tea, and let's go through this nighttime skincare routine. I just love tea when I'm getting ready for bed. It's just like a comfy, cozy little feeling. But without further ado, let's get into my nighttime skincare. Okay, let's take out the essentials. So I obviously have makeup on my face. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cleanse, get all of this makeup and gunk off my face. Okay, so right now I'm obsessed with Caudaly's oil cleanser. I got it when I went to Hawaii with Caudaly, but it is so good at getting your makeup off. If you don't have an oil cleanser, I would highly suggest investing in one, and this one's great. It also just like, oh, it smells so good. It's their makeup removing cleansing oil, and I guess from like what oils do is they just help better break down the products. I was on Accutane when I was in college, and my skin was definitely more on the oily side. And even when I had oily skin, because now my skin is more like combination on the drier side, even my dermatologist and my estheticians were like, oils are not something that you should be afraid of. You should actually like embrace oils. And a reason why people with oily skin stay away from oils is because they think that by adding more oils is going to clog their skin. But by implementing oils into your system, it actually like lets your skin relax, because it's like, oh, I'm not being stripped of anything. I don't need to like overproduce. We're obviously going to double cleanse, but really just getting in there. Any makeup that's left over, I'm not going to worry too much about, because the second cleanse is going to get all of it out. I'm going to use a tiny bit more just for the mascara. I put on this robe thinking that it would be like a cute little idea, but it's an extra large, so it's a little too big. Now that I look all raccooned up, I want to say now that it's like pretty clean, I'm going to wash it off, so be right back. Okay, so now the oil has been cleansed off. I literally have not dried my face off because I'm going to go and cleanse it again. So why would I dry it off? Just to get it wet. I posted about this on one of my vlogs when I got a facial with Kate Somerville, but they gave me a couple products that I left with, and one of them was this goat milk cleanser. It is one of the best cleansers I've ever used, and trust, I have used a lot of cleansers. This is what it looks like when it goes on your hands, but one, it smells amazing. It also is so gentle. Even when she was doing my facial, literally out of all the products, I was like, what did you use in the beginning? Because my skin, it just felt super luxurious. It felt super clean afterwards, and there's nothing worse than that like stripped feeling when after you wash your face that you're just like, oh my god, if I smile too much my skin might just crack. Yeah, so that doesn't happen. And one thing that's super like unique for me is normally I hate gel cleansers. Like I need a foam. I just like the consistency of a foam, and this is a gel, or I guess cream cleanser, and it just, I really like it. Like I could sit here and just massage my face, but I want to say that I'll go in and massage for a good 30-45 seconds, just making sure that I'm really cleaning. Don't forget to get like under your chin, because your makeup does get under there. Like I'll wipe my face on a towel and be like, oh, why is it all orange now? I'm just about done. And then I'm going to rinse my face off again. If I look crazy, it's all part of the process. Okay, so now my skin is all clean. If for whatever reason I still feel like maybe there's a little bit of makeup still on, or like sometimes mascara is really hard to take off, especially if you're using like waterproof mascara, I'll go in with a little bit of micellar water. Brand really doesn't matter. I just have these mini ones from Bioderma. I'm pretty sure Bioderma is like, it is French, but it's one of the most popular brands and just is great. I don't know what the difference is between the pink cap and the blue cap. I feel like that did a good job getting everything out, but if I needed to go back, I would do that. So I switch between toners and essences. So an essence, the way that it was described to me is it's basically a primer for the rest of your products. And then you have like a toner, which has more like active ingredients. So because my skin is a little bit more on the sensitive side, and I don't feel like I really have had to deal with that much like hyperpigmentation and stuff, that I don't really use toners. In the morning, you saw how I used the toner pads. That's kind of like the most that I'll do. And then I'll just use an essence and then go straight into my routine. So I talked about it this morning, but I think the glazing fluid, out of all of the products of the Rhode line, I really love this one. My skin just looks so supple. I think it's like fun. You're like, you feel like Hailey Bieber for a second, but I think it's such a great product, and my skin definitely absorbs all of it and feels very hydrated. And I think you can like see that. That is my little spiel on essences. I also love the Shiseido essence. It kind of has a little bit more of that texture like a slime, but it's not a slime. And I'll use that when I'm home. I actually just ran out of it, so I don't have it, but that's definitely a product that I would repurchase. So I let this just sit for a second, marinate before I go in with my serum. Okay, so then when it comes to nighttime serums, I like to go in with something very hydrating. Mornings, you kind of have your vitamin C, it's for brightening, and then nighttime is really where you pack on the hydration. So I love the Summer Fridays jet lag mask. As you can see, like this is my second bottle. I'm really going through it, but even I'll use this in the day sometime or underneath makeup. My skin literally has never been so supple and plump, and I haven't had any reactions to it. It's very lightweight. I used it on the plane and my skin looked great the entire way, and I feel like if it could last through an 11-hour plane ride, that definitely is a testament to just how good it is. So put that everywhere. Again, letting it sit for a second. I'm gonna drink a little cup of tea before it goes cold. One thing that I want to say just about like skincare in general, because it's so easy to watch someone and be like, I'm gonna copy their exact routine and it's gonna work perfectly for my skin, but the truth of the matter is everyone's skin is so different, and I really feel like skincare is a mix of just trial and error, which is so annoying, but I really just think that's the case. Like half these products, I didn't find them through other people, I just randomly stumbled upon them and then gave it a couple uses to see how it worked. Anyone who tells you that a product like magically changes their skin after one use, I think is lying to you, because literally skincare, when you look at the facts of it, it's like, oh, 2-week clinical trial, 4-week clinical trial, 6-week clinical trial, that you really have to give it time. And I also, if you're implementing new products into your routine, you've got to have like some control variables to know whether or not it's actually working. Do it in baby steps. Change your cleanser, see how you like it. Add a different serum like a little bit later. I think your skin can sometimes freak out if you just overdo it and try to change up your routine completely. So just take it slowly. At night, how I said that you want to pack on the moisture, this Augustinus Bader product actually changed my life. I've talked about how I had flare-ups of periorbital dermatitis and it really was just the most uncomfortable feeling. It started out with like little redness underneath my nose, and then at the very end it was like these bumps everywhere and I just felt terrible. But when I was in Montauk, I randomly got gifted this at Surf Lodge. I finished the bottle so quickly. My skin was like lapping it up. It felt so good. So I bought it again. It's the Rich Cream. I'll go in with like 1 to 2 pumps, and the name I think is really perfect for the product because it is like a rich cream. I gave it to my manager to try because he has dry skin, and he was like, oh, this is rich for sure. So I think it's the perfect cream for at night, when again, you really just want to lock in that moisture, give your skin a little TLC. I wore it when I went to Aloe once, and literally I walked in, Conti was like, what do you have on your skin right now? What makeup? And I was like, nothing, just the Augustinus Bader. It somehow just like gives you a glow, and I can't really explain it. It's just every single time without fail that I wear it, somebody comments on my skin. Like, it is pricey, but with moisturizers and like vitamin C are the 2 things that I think are worth spending money on, because they really are that good. I'm not going in with an oil, but if you wanted to go in with an oil, this is the step that you would do it. And oils basically just like lock in all the products into your skin, so like act as a sealant. And I normally do my skincare before I brush my teeth because I want everything to just like soak and marinate before I like hit the pillow or whatever it is. So I give myself like 15-20 minutes of just like letting it do its thing. So that is my current summer nighttime skin routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, I am not a dermatologist at all, but I do love skincare and I've tried a ton of different products, so I can definitely answer some questions to the best of my ability. Also, if you're curious about products, want recommendations for things, literally just DM me, comment, whatever it is, I will answer, again, to the best of my ability. But again, prefacing that I am not a dermatologist, so nobody yell at me if I'm just a person who loves skincare. I love you guys. Happy Sunday, and I'll see you guys next week.